UK, big business, we linked up in the UK with them outlaws, no limit forever, and we mash hard, and we stay out the shadows. Now we know everybody's familiar with Death Row Records, once the West Coast hip hop heavyweight label spearheaded by Suge Knight and Dr. Dre, now owned by Snoop Dogg. Despite the success of NWA, many say the gangster rap scene would not be what it was without the addition of Death Row Records in the 90s. With an array of talent from the Dogg Pound, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, the DOC, Lady of Rage, Tupac, Nate Dogg, and many others, Death Row released an array of platinum and gold selling albums, but for the most part it was just the heavyweights being featured with album releases, with minor artists subsequently shelved. So join us as we take a journey back down the road, looking at some of these unreleased albums and artists.
The homies that I lost standing strong. The ones that still walk there standing strong. All the dead children that didn't make it. The one that's trying to make it. Y'all stand.
So sadly last year we lost Jewell, who was an absolute legend in her own right. Definitely a staple at Death Row Records, especially when we think of a lot of the dynamic vocals. Her contemporary R&B style, best known for her work in the early 90s, and definitely earned the title the First Lady of Death Row Records. So from 1992 to 1997, she provided vocals on albums from various Death Row artists such as Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Tupac, in addition to a lot of motion picture soundtracks that were produced by the label. And her biggest solo success was a 1994 cover of Shirley Brown's song Woman to Woman, which peaked at number 72 on the Billboard Hot 100 and 16 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Song charts. So Jewell was among many artists who departed from Death Row between 1998 to 1999 due to different issues and legal issues and stuff that was surrounding Suge and the label, and her singing career would wind down a bit, but she would continue pushing. A lot of people anticipated her album at Death Row, although it was never released, but we definitely celebrate her time and her legacy.
Jewell's self-titled album gives the music industry what it's definitely been missing: singing with real talent and actual lyrics along with sultry R&B sounds. This is what R&B definitely needs right now. The Death Row sound needs to come back. Now, Jewell's self-titled album contains material recorded on Death Row during the mid-90s. Some of these songs have never been released before. Some songs are brand new despite having been leaked online to the internet years ago. Half of this album was produced by Demetrius Meach-Shipp. She is a great vocalist regardless of who does production.
Yeah, Jewell was always definitely one of my favorite vocalists. Even a lot of the remixes and stuff she put down. I still remember the Dre Day remix she did that was on the Death Row Greatest Hits soundtrack. That was tight. Amidst, going forward to the Chronic, when they was shuffling the label around with new artists, she had some great stuff with The Realist and others. So we're going to check out a couple of these.
Now, her self-titled album was supposed to be released in mid-1995, but of course, being that the album was recorded on Death Row Records, the label dropped the ball on songstress Jewell by not releasing her album that year, but instead nearly 2 decades later in 2011 on the Canadian label Wide Awake Entertainment. It's such a shame that Death Row didn't do more of artists like Jewell, the former lady of Death Row Records. Sadly, many people did not support the release of her album on Wide Awake because Wide Awake did not properly master the album with upgraded technology. Some songs on this album were not mixed and mastered properly. Many Death Row fans viewed this Wide Awake Death Row release as a bootleg. A lack of proper mastering, leaks, and bad timing are what led to low album sales, which was unfortunate for Jewell. Many former Death Row fans viewed this album as a joke, but at least we are blessed with this album and are able to purchase it for the most part. Death Row fans called the album cover an awful album cover. She's standing there offering a view of her leg. The photograph used on the front album cover is an old Death Row promo photograph from the 90s, or at least the mid-90s. A few people have said the album cover looks like it was created using MS Paint in a time span of 5 minutes. Knows how the color scheme is grayscale. Recognize is a slow jam, which is unsurprisingly another love song by Jewell. Recognize uses sounds very much similar to Devontae Swing's production style. One has to wonder if Devontae Swing had his hands in producing this song for Jewell. Only One is another smooth Death Row Records R&B cut by Jewell that was left in the vault for years. You will love her voice, especially on this track. The bass and beats will rattle your speakers. Her angelic vocals give music a breath of fresh air. This is simply beautiful. Betcha She Don't Love You is Jewell's cover of Evelyn Champagne King Betcha She Don't Love You. Jewell did a beautiful job of covering this song herself with the Death Row in-house production team. The mixing on What You Want With Me is very low budget, as hearing her vocals is very difficult. The song seems to have not been mixed and mastered properly. Static noises can be heard in some places during the song.
FONZi Mixerr would definitely encourage people to check out the album if they haven't already. Now, Jewell was cast back into the media spotlight on Forefront after a string of interviews on the Art of Dialogue, with many fans wondering and hoping if we would hear some new music and stuff. So sadly, Jewell was hospitalized in 2019, and it was reported in October 2021 in an interview that she said she was given 6 months to live and hurried to release her final album, Love and Pain Equals Music. So she was sadly hospitalized twice in March 2020, and she died at the age of 53 on May 6, 2022. So we definitely want to say rest in peace to Jewell, First Lady of Death Row, absolute legend. Join us next time where we'll be looking at some of unreleased Death Row albums. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and head over to boutonline.com where you can see more full-length written reviews from Mixerr Reviews. So peace to the family. Thank you guys for watching. Everybody take care.
It's the realest. Jewell and Danny boy. We gonna do this. Try to get my people to stand strong, you know what I mean? Too many problems though, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta be soldiers and walk this walk. Ain't no turning around, looking down at the ground. Ain't no time to shed tears, none of that, you know what I mean? We gonna keep our heads up and make it happen. Come on, come on. I prayed for better days, laid in alleyways. Asked the Lord to help me through these hard days. I cursed the world in tongues, I guess that will be done. I'm trying until the day that I'm gone. Can you see me smiling? Hoping I got my life straight. I can't wait to meet my savior at the pearly gates. Can you see me? My thug style brought me fortune and fame. Didn't deserve to get treated the way I did, baby, feel my pain. False accusations make the whole world listen. Stand at ease, but please pay attention. All I know, one day, homie, that I'ma make it. Hard times, but believe me, homie, I can take it. Now stand strong. Jail time gave me a strong mind. Collect my thoughts to help me pass my time. Ain't no time to cry. Understand, this is the way I was raised. That's how it is until the day I touch the grave. Now stand strong. Hits my face, I'm thinking I shouldn't have caught the case. Fast times, the wrong place. Now call my lawyer, tell him that I need his help. And understand I'm going for broke, so what's left? Call it suicide. Gang ties left me forever scarred. What can I say, cause homie times was hard. Now bless your soul, we turned on some of the wrong streets, but we were only trying to make our ends meet. And that we made it, can't understand the attitudes. The way you were being treated, baby, that shit is rude. Now keep your head up, and don't forget to stay in touch. And take your time to learn this game, baby, and don't rush. Raise your seat to be a strong man, because his mama did the best that she can. So you gotta love her. There's so many to blame when things are wrong, but keep your head up, baby, and stand strong. Hey. And that's no bullshit. See me making the best out of these situations. So many have died from too much conversations. Inside my heart, believe my spirit stands strong. Already knowing that I won't live long. Hey, call me a sapphire. sacrifice to the world. Let me live and Lord, please bless my baby girl. Sometimes I wonder what the hell I could have been, but I got sidetracked from too much fucking sin. When will it ever end? Tell me the secrets to these lost ass questions. Straight with my pistol for motherfucking protection. Now stand strong. I know you gon' make it. For all the ones that love, stand strong. The homies that I lost, stand strong. The ones that still walk there, stand strong. All the dead children that didn't make it. The one that's trying to make it. Y'all stand strong. Roscoe Wilson, stand strong. Morgan Flowers, stand strong. Byron No Fair, stand strong. Ajane, my homie. Rest in peace and stand strong. God bless the child that can hold his own.
Join us on the line, BoutOnline.com, for the hottest UK, US flavor. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be updated on new drops and content.